Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
Right now at noon, easing restrictions yet again. What Governor Kemp's new executive order means for restaurants, bars, and people over the age of 65. Theme parks in Georgia can officially reopen, but expect a lot of changes. What visiting a theme park during a pandemic will look like. And a Confederate monument defaced, the latest in the push to remove symbols like this from around the state.
11Alive News at noon starts now.
Thank you for watching 11Alive News at noon. I am Christy Diaz. Governor Brian Kemp signed a new executive order easing restrictions in the state. 11Alive's Mara Siriani has more on what will soon be allowed for restaurants, bars, and more.
Part of Governor Kemp's new executive order allows eased restrictions for restaurants. That's great news here for the owner of Huskers Cafe along Edgewood Avenue.
It's been rough. Most of our employees, 90% of our staff, had to be laid off and furloughed. Located here in the Curb Market in the Sweet Auburn area, this is a food desert. So we were really unable to feed a lot of our customers who we don't have a whole lot of breakfast restaurants in this 2-mile area. Luckily for us, we have a pretty large-sized dining room, but we're still going to take precaution and not overdo it as we open slowly.
Starting Tuesday, restaurants will no longer be limited to how many customers can eat inside. Bars can host up to 50 people or 35% capacity. The new executive order also lifts seating restrictions at movie theaters. Walk-ins will now be accepted at hair salons, massage parlors, and tattoo shops. And starting July 1st, the order allows live entertainment venues to reopen and conventions to resume as long as they follow safety guidelines. The governor also announcing that anyone over the age of 65 is no longer required to shelter in place unless they're living in a long-term care facility or if they are medically fragile. For groups larger than 50 people, the order still requires people to space out at least 6 feet apart.
So let's take a closer look at the coronavirus here in Georgia. It's not a second surge yet, but new COVID-19 cases are up again. So here's a look at these new cases with the last 7 days in orange. This week we're reporting on average 726 new cases each day. That's more than 100 cases more than last week's average. Cases are growing rapidly in Gwinnett County for the second week in a row. The public health department says it's not so much new hotspots are emerging as overall testing is increasing. Now the biggest concern, of course, is severity. How sick is this virus making people? We are now seeing the first uptick in hospitalizations since the beginning of the month. In the past week, Fulton Cobb and DeKalb counties saw the highest number of new patients. Count on 11Alive to stay on top of the latest trends. We are watching this closely to see if more new cases are causing an increased strain on our hospitals. The United States has now passed 2 million confirmed cases of COVID-19. And as we just showed you, Georgia is one of more than 20 states that has seen an uptick in our cases recently. The state's shelter-in-place order is now expired for everyone except those with chronic conditions or those in long-term care. We asked Dr. Sujatha Reddy what people 65 and older can still do to keep themselves healthy.
They need to do the same things that the rest of us are doing. Make sure your immunizations are up to date, especially your flu shot. Wash hands frequently. Maintain that 6 feet social distance whenever possible, and have your mask available and on in case you can't maintain that distance.
Her advice for older people who want to start going out again is to take it slow.
Possibly start slow. Go do one activity. Maybe you go to the store. And if you do go to the store, try to do it when perhaps they have less people there. A lot of retailers are doing special hours for older people. I think if you have someone that can maybe even bring you your groceries, like a family member, that would still be best. Staying home as much as possible is going to be key.
Meanwhile, researchers are still working to get a vaccine as quickly as possible. According to the Washington Post, 3 possible vaccinations have been approved for more widespread testing. It will be funded through the federal government and is expected to start this summer. Thrill seekers, the time has come. Six Flags and other amusement parks are allowed to reopen their gates today. Deborah Tuff has more on the guidelines.
Amusement parks and water parks may reopen in Georgia today. Governor Brian Kemp easing restrictions on those and other venues in late May. Amusement parks were among the last set of places or businesses to remain strictly closed due to the governor's orders. But there's a long list of guidelines to keep visitors safe. 33 of them that theme parks must follow. Of course, social distancing, requiring employees to wear face masks, and customers except at water parks. All customers use contactless payment options. And of course, the number of people on rides will be limited as well. Rides will need to be cleaned, sanitized, and you're encouraged to make sure you wash your hands frequently, often, and water parks must have pool water treated. And of course, if you're sick or experiencing any COVID-19 symptoms, you're encouraged to stay at home. Six Flags Over Georgia plans to open on Monday, but only for park members and season pass holders. For a long list of all this information, just head to our website, 11alive.com.
For the latest on COVID-19 in Georgia, check out our daily blog on the 11Alive app. All right, now let's get a check of weather. Clear skies, warm weather. Chesley, yesterday was perfect. Another day like that, please.
You got it. Serving it up to you there, Christy. Here you go. We got a beautiful day. This is Georgia's Rome. Just a few clouds overhead. That's it. Look at those winds. A bit breezy this afternoon. Our winds out of the northeast today. East-northeast, we'll say, and about 10 miles per hour or so. So it will be breezy right on through the rest of the day, but a very enjoyable day at least. Temperatures right now are running in the 80s. Rome at 80. 82 degrees right now in the city of Atlanta. You're looking at 81 in Duluth. 83 degrees in Athens. 82 down in Edenton. 70s up here to the far north, up in the North Georgia mountains. 75 degrees in Blairsville. Cool spot would be Clayton at 74. Again, no rain at all, just a few clouds overhead. That's it, and that's the way it's going to stay for much of the weekend. We got high pressure building in. In fact, let's take a look at your weekend outlook. For those of you making plans, 86 will be your high temperature on Saturday under mostly sunny skies. By Sunday, a few more clouds will build in during the afternoon, and we have a slight chance for some rain. We'll give it a very low chance, 20%, 85 degrees will be your forecast high temperature. Christy, back to you.
All right, Chesley, thank you. A woman headed to court today after she was arrested for trespassing and interference with government property at the state capitol. Our cameras were there as 55-year-old Jamie Lee Loeffner was taken into custody. Around that same time, police realized someone had written "tear down" on the John B. Gordon statue's base in what looks like either chalk or paint. For the last several days, protesters have been calling for the statue to be removed because of its ties to the Confederate South. But a Georgia law passed last year states if the statue is moved, it has to be to a location of equal prominence. Hundreds of people staged a protest last night in Inman Park. The crowd energetic as they marched and chanted. It was a much larger crowd than we've seen lately. Protesters told us they hope to keep that momentum going. There was some damage reported in the area with windows broken at a couple businesses, but it appears to have been isolated. The weeks-long protests are in response to the death of George Floyd, demanding change in policing and systemic racism. And yesterday, Skytracker 11 captured several marches across the metro, including in Midtown and Dunwoody. There was also an Atlanta Catholics for Justice march downtown. Thousands are demanding a Carrollton City Councilman step down following accusations of racism. Ron Jones spoke with him to hear why the councilman believes the claims are unfair.
When that racist TikTok video went viral and I pleaded with you guys to do something.
This is a global issue.
The Carrollton City Council got an earful Monday night as people raised concerns about strained race relations in their city and the country.
When I see George Floyd, I think of all the kids that I've coached.
But sitting in the council hot seat is Mayor Pro Tem Jim Waters. Some residents created an online petition calling for his immediate resignation. This comes after numerous Facebook posts shared by Waters were discovered on his personal page. His critics say many of the posts are racist, homophobic, and attacks Muslims. During Monday's city council meeting, one resident asked Waters his thoughts on the Black Lives Matter movement.
Not Black Lives Matter.
All lives matter.
Not Black Lives Matter.
All lives matter.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
As far as the controversial Facebook post, I spoke with Waters tonight, and he confirms he did share them on his private Facebook page, but calls it unfair and taken out of context. He wouldn't talk on camera, but released this statement saying, "I apologize to anyone who was offended by my use of the phrase all lives matter. The horrific murder of George Floyd has sickened and angered me as it has everyone I know. I understand the outrage and firmly denounce the sin of racism. Black lives absolutely matter, and I am sorry for any hurt I have caused."
The online petition demanding his resignation has grown close to 2,500 signatures. It is 12:09 right now. After the break, Governor Kemp continues to ease restrictions regarding the pandemic here in Georgia, but one local woman believes her life is now in more danger than ever before.
8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks.
Atlanta officer Maximilian Brewer is making progress in his recovery after a driver hit him with an ATV. We have learned about new charges for that driver. 42-year-old Avery Goggins is now charged with aggravated assault, aggravated battery, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. These charges are on top of a DUI charge. Investigators say Goggins tried to hit two other officers before deliberately driving into Officer Brewer during protests downtown on May 30th. Officer Brewer has been moved from the ICU and could be released from the hospital soon to start rehab for his leg injuries. A father wanted right now for kidnapping his 6-month-old, triggering an Amber Alert. Clarkston police say Emmanuel Singleton stabbed his son's mother yesterday and then took off with the baby. Police say Singleton dropped the child off with a relative and that little boy is safe, but they're still looking for Singleton. They believe he's driving a 2007 Volkswagen Jetta with Georgia tags RVD 6200. If you see him or this car, call 911. Governor Brian Kemp has extended the shelter-in-place order for the medically fragile until the end of the month. The original order was set to expire today, and while most Georgians have started moving around in their communities, Reveal investigator Andy Parati spoke to one woman who feels her life is now in more danger than ever.
I feel like music is a very healing art. And that music moves me in a way that nothing else can.
For nearly 6 years, Ann Pinion says singing with the Atlanta Women's Choir has kept her alive. While performances are now virtual during the pandemic, it's been her saving grace ever since a doctor diagnosed her with stage 4 ovarian cancer in 2014.
It was shocking. It was shocking. You don't really know how serious it is until somebody says, we're going to work on saving your life. Be ready by 7:45.
Ann and her wife, Dara, eventually accepted cancer would likely take her life when chemotherapy stopped working. Ann thought she had years left. But then days after this interview in early March, her concern shifted from cancer to the coronavirus.
Today it is with great sadness that we have to report the state's first patient death from COVID-19.
My immune system really doesn't exist. And so I'm afraid that if I get it, it is it will be a very bad situation for me. But the thing that makes me most scared about that is being in the hospital alone with it.
One of the biggest concerns for many families, what will school look like this fall? Emory University announced yesterday students will return to campus for in-person instruction. However, it comes with some changes. Those include setting limits on class sizes, enforcing social distancing, mandatory coronavirus testing for students living on campus, and ending the semester, which starts in August, by Thanksgiving. The university will also continue to hold classes and lectures online, and finals will be conducted remotely. Next, it is the health scare that never materialized. Dozens of people exposed to hairstylists who were sick, yet somehow this potential outbreak was avoided.
Yeah.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
A health scare at a Missouri hair salon is making headlines not for the COVID-19 crisis it created, but instead for the one that never happened. NBC's Sam Brock has more.
From inside this Great Clips in southern Missouri, a small town is learning a big lesson.
There's an ancient Chinese proverb that a setback may turn out to be a blessing in disguise.
Springfield's health director describing a potential disaster last month. A stylist tested positive for COVID-19 after visiting a mobile testing site. Soon after, coworkers were tested, revealing a second confirmed case. In total, the pair serviced 140 people over a week, with 400 customers entering the salon, and yet no sign of spread.
Why do you think that 140 people were potentially exposed, but no one got COVID-19?
So I've got to think that it was the masking.
A mask requirement and other safety measures appearing to clamp down on coronavirus.
I took all the proper safety precautions. I wore a mask.
Though Eric Chase, one of those customers exposed, says some of what he saw unnerved him.
I know there was between 6 to 8 chairs, and it seemed like there was a hairstylist cutting, like a person in just about every chair that I saw.
In a statement, Great Clips responding in part, all customers who were tested for COVID-19 after visiting a franchise salon in Springfield have confirmed negative test results. We care deeply about the well-being of customers, salon staff, and the communities we serve across the country.
We want to make sure that you're adhering to this, that you post the CDC guidelines.
Efforts to keep spaces with plenty of close contact, like salons, up to code.
So basically the whole industry has changed totally.
Detlev Gessner has put an array of safety steps into his Miami salon. From hand sanitizers to masks, temperature checks to plastic shields when physical distance is a challenge. At a time states like Florida are seeing sudden spikes in COVID, it's especially important.
I don't know if somebody comes in with the virus and has no fever, so all I can do is prevent as much as I can with all the tools we have in place to prevent that spread.
Tools to tackle COVID, Missouri residents learned firsthand, can make a world of difference.
12:19 the current time. We are looking at a beautiful day. Show you a live view here. This is out Circle 75, but pointed to the south, showing the city looking good. You see those Little cumulus clouds popping up there. That's it. Mostly sunny skies is the call for today. It's going to be a beautiful one out there. Temperature's right at 82 degrees. Looking at the east breeze at about 9 miles per hour. Dew point currently at 64, so a little bit lower than what we had the last couple of days, and we'll take that. 80s just about everywhere you look, except for Carrollton, who started out in the low 60s this morning. Pretty chilly there, right? 78 degrees right now. It's 79 degrees in Dalton, 75 up in Blairsville. The cool spot would be Clayton, all the way up in Rabun County, looking at 74 degrees for this afternoon. You got plans for this afternoon? It's going to be gorgeous. 84 for your afternoon high temperature. A little northwest wind at 10 miles per hour at times. Gusts could be a little bit higher than that. Maybe run with the dog, right? Whatever you name them, Fido, or why is it always a popular name to call a dog that you don't have? Anyway, we're looking at plenty of sunshine. We had that cold front push through the area. Now that front has stalled down to the south. And that's where we're seeing, at least over toward the south and east, where we're seeing a few showers begin to pop up. That's not going to make its way back here, but with that northwesterly flow that we have in place, or that northerly flow we have in place, we could be seeing just a few extra clouds pop up, but that'll be it. No rain expected from that at all. There's a stationary boundary. You get little waves that ride along that from time to time. There is a little pressure, and so that's why we're seeing some of those showers begin to pop up there. And that will continue to be the case. Now, I think this front will eventually just wash itself out. High pressure just a little bit too strong to allow that to come back to us. And so we'll be sitting pretty for the next couple of days. Really won't be until Sunday that we'll start a small chance for some rain. Here's what I mean. Here's the forecast track model. You can follow along with the time right there at the top of the screen. It shows again just a few clouds overhead for this afternoon. It's going to be a lovely evening for us with clear skies. We'll start off Saturday morning if you want to get up for that early run with the dog, right? With mostly sunny skies, looking great. It'll stay that way through the day. Temperatures back into the 80s once again. On Sunday, we start off with mostly sunny skies. By the afternoon, you'll notice the clouds beginning to increase. Now notice our model paints a widespread area of rain here. I'm thinking only a 20% chance for an isolated sprinkle or two. That'll be it. Once we lose the daytime heating, we'll lose that. It gets out of the way, and we'll start it all over again for Monday, looking at a mix of sun and clouds, really for the rest of the week, with small chances for rain almost every other day. Recapping your weekend, looking at 86 on Saturday, 85 on Sunday. We'll stay in the low 80s for Monday, Tuesday, and then start to really warm it up as we head toward the end of the week.
U.S. Soccer has repealed a rule that requires players to stand during the national anthem. The policy was put in place back in 2017 after Megan Rapinoe took a knee during the anthem in multiple matches. She said she did it to show solidarity with former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick. The vote to repeal the policy was unanimous and will take effect immediately. In a statement, U.S. Soccer says the policy was wrong and detracted from the important message of Black Lives Matter. Country music trio Lady Antebellum is changing its name to Lady A. They're dropping the word antebellum from the name because of its negative connotations related to the pre-Civil War South, including slavery. The trio also sent an Instagram apology to its fans and pledged to donate to the Equal Justice Initiative. We're seeing renewed calls to remove Confederate symbols and monuments across the country, from NASCAR banning the rebel flag to the push to rename military bases named after Confederate generals. We connect the dots between the Confederate flag and American history.
As protests continue against racial inequality in America, a controversial symbol is getting new scrutiny: the Confederate flag. And it turns out the history of this divisive emblem isn't as straightforward as it seems. Let's connect the dots. First up, the Confederate flag isn't actually the Confederate flag. It was the battle flag of General Robert E. Lee and his Army of Northern Virginia. The Confederacy actually had 3 different flags during its short existence, and none was the stars and bars we think of today. For decades after the Civil War, it was really only flown by Confederate veteran groups during parades. The Confederate flag we know of today didn't take on additional significance until the 1940s. It was adopted as a symbol of the Dixiecrat Party, a group founded to oppose President Truman's desegregation of the Army. The head of the party, Strom Thurmond, said their platform was, quote, to stand for the segregation of the races. As the fight over segregation continued, some southern states like Georgia started incorporating the Confederate flag into their own state flag designs. And as civil rights protests raged in the 60s, South Carolina decided to fly the Confederate flag over the State House. But in recent years, support for it has fallen among mainstream politicians. Now, only Mississippi uses it as part of its state flag, and calls to get that changed have gotten louder in recent days.
It is 12:24 on your Friday. Now that things are reopening, people feel more comfortable going out and about. But there is still a pandemic. We have tips on how to make alternative summer vacation plans next.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because
Just because your summer plans have changed due to the coronavirus doesn't mean you and your family don't deserve to have a little fun. Lifestyle blogger Sarah Johnson shares some fun summer activities for you and your family.
For a lot of people, the traditional family vacation just isn't in the cards this year. That doesn't mean that you and your family don't deserve a little fun, even if it is close to home. Here are a few budget-friendly staycation ideas to check out this summer. Tip number 1, embrace the farm life. You and your family can have a safari-like experience at one of Georgia's drive-through farms. Companies like Pettit Creek Farm and Wild Animal Safari are letting you get up close and personal with your favorite animals in the comfort of your own vehicle. Tip number 2, set up camp. You don't have to go far to have a great camping experience. Go in your own backyard, pitch a tent, make some s'mores, tell some stories around the bonfire, look at the stars. Your kids are gonna love it, and it doesn't cost much. Tip number 3, travel without leaving home. If you have access to Wi-Fi, the opportunities are endless. You can go on exploregeorgia.org and see live nature feeds, live concerts, chat with experts. There's so much for everyone in the family to enjoy. At the end of the day, just remember, no matter what you and your family choose to do together, you are creating amazing memories.
Also, remember you can find the latest on COVID-19 on the 11Alive app. Just remember to download it. Thank you so much for watching Facts Not Fear at noon. I'm Christy Diaz. Stay safe and have a great weekend.
This email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you